Hiya, come on in, get cozy. Everyone's staying blessed and protected. Everyone's having a super sunny Sunday. Well, I seen the sun earlier. But this is it. I was going to do another kind of reading, but then I feel like Spirit has led me just to do an impromptu reading, see what comes out. And I was led to this deck, the Illuminati deck. There, if anybody wants to know. I think somebody once asked me why am I using the Illuminati deck, but illuminate, it means to bring to the light, you know. It's not like anything sinister. Yeah, I want to thank, oh, look at this first card out, Judgment. I want to thank all my lovely subscribers. Oh, we've got 10 of Cups here. And this is wishes come true. And we have a King of Swords. Yeah, I want to thank all my lovely subscribers for all your likes, your shares, your comments, your emails. I appreciate every single one of you, especially the ones that do interact. I was actually thinking about it. I thought my channel's got like nearly 2,500 people on it, and like no, hardly anybody interacts. The same people. It's the same people who interact each time, and sometimes people who I've never even heard of, like don't even recognise them, they'll just pop up and say something, and it's like, I don't know who this person is. But yeah, I want to thank the ones that do interact. I really do appreciate you, you know, because there's so many times that I just feel like giving this up. Excuse me. I do. I like so many times, but I feel like Spirit's like, no, there's a message here. I have a message to share, and I really do believe that. Well, I know that. I don't believe it, I know. But because of the spiritual life that I've actually lived, you know, really intense and a deep personal relationship with the Most High. From the day that I opened the Bible and it answered me exactly, you know, I never looked back from that, you know. And for many, many years ago, like when I was younger, I did used to read tarot, and then something happened to me. It was not a good thing. I was reading angel cards, and something real. It was just weird. I don't know if I got possessed or whatever it was, but it was not nice. But the Most High led me to a bookshop, and I went in this bookshop, and there was one little pamphlet on this old stand. There was just one book, and it was just a thin, like tall, thin book. But it taught me about the angels and also the ones to beware of, because Satan himself will transform and into an angel of light to deceive. So yeah, so we have to be very careful. And I feel like it's, you know, the people, it's the people around you as well, you know. And also you have to be clean in mind, body, and spirit. You know, people who are not shouldn't be doing this. You know, so you have to be clean. I mean, I met this girl, and she told me that she was getting readings from this woman, and she was drunk reading tarot. I was like, no, you shouldn't be getting readings from somebody like that. You know, not at all. But yeah, I just feel like I am really deeply spiritual person, and I think I've always have been since I've been a very young child, you know, and it always felt like different as well. Like not like I just felt different from other people. I always feel like I'm on the sidelines looking in, you know, rather than taking part, you know. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. But yeah. And I've always kind of been a loner. Like I have had, obviously I've had friends and things like that, but it's, I don't know. People show me a way, show me something, and I'm like, you know what it is, I'm out of there. I'm leaving. Bye. So I'm very cautious now. You know, I feel like it. I am so cautious because you just don't want to like get into a friendship with somebody and then they have ulterior motives. You know, or just anything like that. But yeah, no, I don't know. Maybe somebody might understand what I'm on about. But we're going to get into this reading and see. I feel like with this, the judgment card coming out first, I feel like it's something important, and I wanted to talk about because the birds have been going crazy. Like I seen 4 crows the other day, and then I seen yesterday there was 2 crows on the roof, but 2 crows were flying over, and they kept squawking, and they kept doing it all day. And even this morning now, same again. The crows squawking. There is a message. Something's going on. And in my dream, yeah, I had this dream, and there were two lads, yeah, and they got stabbed, literally stabbed in the back. Now I don't know if it's a metaphor or whatever, but these 2 lads, they were friends, and they both got stabbed in the back. And then in the same dream, there was a girl, and there were this other girl, but she was hiding behind this table, like there was a curtain around this table. So she was hiding, and she was trying to stab this other girl in the back. And it's all, I think it's something about being stabbed in the back. You know, I don't know whether it's literally or metaphorically. But seeing the judgment card come out here, look at that. You see what I mean? It's like being ring my bell. Cover your ears. We're going to get into it and see what Spirit wants to see, because I feel like it is significant. I really do. Dear Heavenly Spirit of the Most High, Heavenly Angels, Archangels, Spirit Guides, Ancestors of our highest good, we call upon you, Heavenly Spirit, to protect our chakras from the root to the crown. We call upon you, Heavenly Spirit, to protect our energy as we channel this message. And we call upon you, Heavenly Spirit, to block out all and any negative or evil interference. And we call upon you, Heavenly Spirit, to show the collective exactly what they need to see right now. Thank you. We love you. Star, Aquarius energy, healing energy. You know, I mean, this is a beautiful card to come. I feel like there's some walking away from something. It could even be walking away from a job. It could even be walking away from a 2 of Cups. Take that as it resonates. Yeah, in secret. Just leaving, not saying anything. Yeah, I feel like there's a 9 of Swords here, so something could be causing anxiety. It could be work. It could be a couple. You know, we're going to find out as we get into this reading. But I do know that Spirit wants, there's a message here for someone. Oh, I got a 10 of Swords. You see a betrayal. Look, this person's been stabbed in the back. That dream was significant. I know it was. And I don't know who stabbed the lads in the back. But it's like I knew them. Do you know what I mean? It's like I knew these people. But we're going to find out. Heavenly Spirit, Heavenly Angels, what message do we have for the collective? Oh, Ace of Pentacles and the Sun. And I've just seen the stars peeping out again. And we've got a King of Pentacles here. The Star and a King of Pentacles. There's also a King of Wands here trying to peep out. But look at that. For the first cards out, that is beautiful. The Ace of Pentacles and the Sun. Now there's a reason why Spirit led me to this deck. There's a reason. Now I think I'll put these up here because these are the first. Oh, no. There's a reason why these cards came out together. And I feel there's a message here. Straight away I opened it on the Sun, the light of truth. I'm going to read them to you because I do know that it's something significant. And this is not, I mean, this is a tarot deck, yeah, but there's messages. This is a different kind of tarot. It's, if you use it for personal, excuse me, Ace of Pentacles, the seed in the garden. I am the material and the ways in which it is processed. I am in you and all around you. I am the means by which you perceive me. You need me because I am your means of survival. But you love me because with me you cultivate beauty. You will find me in raw material, in the first seeds planted in the earth, in the furrows behind the plough, and in the knitting together of the child in the womb. You will display me in pride, as jewels upon your breast, coins in your hand, elaborate architecture, and as all of life's finest comforts. But never forget, when you have attained all your worldly desires and you sit upon thrones of gold and precious metals, that even the greatest things in life are the humblest of beginnings, a spark of almost nothing, waiting in the seed in the garden. Do you know, I read my Bible calendar today, and it says about being humble before the Most High. And I was saying, and it made me think. Then went on to another train of thought. I was like, yeah, if you don't be humble, the Most High will definitely humble you. Because a lot of people, this is like saying somebody who reaches like the point of wealth, you know, it's reaching the point of wealth, but it's like never forgetting where you come from. You know, it's like even the greatest things of life are the humblest of beginnings. Even like the seed, like it's saying, like the seed, it's just a little tiny little seed, and then you plant it, and then, you know, food, fruit, flowers grow, trees, you know. The spiritual reflected in the everyday, humble beginnings for great plans, seeds being planted for the future, the beginning of investments and projects, resources at your disposal, the material world, the body and its health, raw materials as yet unprocessed. So this could be like the start of something for a bigger plan, you know, from an humble beginning, you know, because we all came, you know, it's like we all came. I don't know what just kept why this song. I once wrote a poem, right? And it says, we all came from the same seed. Who can think they are better than me? And it just reminded me of that. So the sun is the light of the truth. Let the darkness flee and the shadows melt away. Let life spring forth where my rays of light land. I am the center of all life and the source of it. And I am also the destination. As once you came forth from me, little spark, so you desired awareness of me and unity within me. And now you are no longer a spark, but a bright, blazing flame, wondrous to behold, riding triumphant and bearing the banner of my light. You are the child of my golden dawn, the little sun upon the earth. But you have always been thus. You just lacked the awareness of it. You have walked through many shadows, seen many kinds of truth, been offered many sorts of illumination, but it is only I that can grant you true enlightenment. Never let your gaze turn from me. Follow truth and illumination with every step henceforth, and to take my hand, son child, as we herald the light of truth to the world. Watch us rise. Now, honestly, when I read that, it gives me a feeling, you know, it's like spirit's like, yeah, really speaking directly to somebody here. Some son child, you are a blazing flame. You know, a lot of people don't see it within themselves. You know, it's other people that see your light. Truth, illumination and revelation, awareness and awakening, optimism and enthusiasm, joy and happiness, true bliss, celebration, chasing away ignorance and falsehood, a time of good fortune and prosperity, a return to a happier time, realization and rising above. You see, I knew that this was a strong message, but I'm seeing a King of Pentacles with a King of Wands sticking out here. Now, this could be two separate people or it could be the same person. I feel like because the King of Wands is an action taker, a doer, you know, and the King of Pentacles is like, you know, more to do with earthly matters, you know, the business side of things. But I do really feel like there's a powerful message here for the sun child, you bright, blazing, shining light. Yeah, it's that time to rise. It just reminded me of something. It's like everybody rise. It's like I forgot what song it is. It might come to me. Oh, ooh! I seen a five of wands. Then a princess of wands, but came out in reverse. Oh, now I've been getting a queen of wands and it came out in reverse. I'm seeing a king of wands, and I'm seeing the prince of wands as well. And we've got the princess of wands in reverse. And the Wheel of Fortune, Spirit. Now, these do not have reverse meanings, but I'm going to just read it because, you know, they're not reversed. None of these are reversed. But a princess of wands. Before fire is even a spark, this is the fuel of the fire. Before fire is even a spark, when it is merely an idea and an impulse towards light and heat, there must be the fuel. No creative act occurs without inspiration, without a foundation, without grounding in the reality of action. I am the grounding into which creative impulses are seeded, the waiting womb into which the first fiery burst of inspiration is planted and rooted, the sating of desire when impulse finds action and result. It is in the girding of my loins that I bring forth more fire, yet with my birthing into actuality of the first spark of inspiration, I also become the limitation of creativity, the boundaries within which desire and passion function. I am the container of fire, the lamp, the torch, the hearth, and I am the vessel of creative thought and passionate impulse, the finished masterpiece, the thrust of desire, the result of inspiration. Instigation of desire, the first spark of passion and inspiration, desire acted upon, fueling an ambition, making your impulses a reality through application. Somebody with endless energy and passion, somebody starting a project or just setting out for a goal, an object of desire. Now I think because the way she flew out upside down, I feel like this is somebody who has not got there yet. I really feel like somebody's not got there yet. Now I'm seeing a Three of Cups as well. So there's maybe some people around someone, you know, and that there could be energy vampires even. You know, I just feel like somebody could be draining your energy, and I feel like this spark hasn't happened yet, but it will. And I feel like Spirit is talking directly to somebody, especially when the first card I seen was Judgment, and then with the Ace of Pentacles and the Sun, it's something like about a realization of self. You know, if you're around people that don't make you feel good or they're not cheering you on, you're around the wrong people. You know, I don't know why let's see the King of Wands and the Prince of Wands. We've got a Seven of Wands. This is a protection, standing up for yourself. Look, we've got Judgment and a Ten of Wands. So there's an heavy burden. Sometimes you can even be carrying other people. And Spirit's like, no, a Seven of Wands is a standing up for yourself card, a protection card. This book's weird because all the court cards are at the back. The court cards are represented as the stars on Earth. So I feel like this is someone, Spirit's like, yeah, you are a star on this Earth. The art of the warrior. I may not have much, but what I do have, I will defend. In the face of betrayal, I have honour. In the face of weakness, I have courage. In the face of offence, I am the defence. In the face of my enemies, I am an unholy creature of war. When I fight, it is only in response to those that seek to harm what I am sworn to protect. And when in battle, I am bloodthirsty and incessant. My war cry shatter in the ears of those that hear it. What do I fight for? Everything. What do I fight with? Everything. Fellow fighter, I ask you to stand beside me and fight in the greatest battle of history. The battle to live courageously and never cower from protecting that which you hold dear. What will your war cry be, warrior? Oh, yeah, it's defending something, and we're seeing the judgment again. And I feel like it's something with it, something like carrying an heavy burden. Sometimes this heavy burden, this could be people around you, just making you, piling their burdens upon you. I feel like it says here, I may not have much, but in the face of betrayal, so there's some kind of being betrayed by someone or putting a lot of burden upon you. It could even be, family, relationships, whatever, it will come out. I feel like someone that's but I feel like this is a warrior, and the spirit's like, yeah, you get up and you fight with all you have got. It's like my nana used to say to me, if they're bigger than you, pick some up and hit them with it. And I feel like this is about defending yourself now. This is about standing and fighting your corner. It's like, yeah, if someone's coming at you, you fight back. If someone's, coming to you and yours, defending your family, defending your property, defending whatever, standing up and fighting. A hard fight, battling against oppression and bullying, standing up for what you believe in, supporting the underdog, giving everything to overcoming an obstacle, defense, facing opposition that seems insurmountable, courage and valor to live for a cause. Yes, I feel like this is somebody to standing up for what they believe in. And I feel like that as well, there has to be a rising up, because what is going on in the world right now it is the end, but the end is only the beginning. What I see online is just fear, fear, fear. Oh, it's the end of the world. It's Armageddon. Oh, it's the rapture. Blah, blah, blah. No. What the Most High taught me, and even the signs of the times as well. Because when in 2010, when I was reading my Bible, and the veil was lifted from my eyes, literally in front of my face, I was reading the Bible, and it just didn't make any sense. It was like jumbled up, like the words was not making sense. And then when that veil lifted up, just like a curtain lifting up in front of my eyes, like a garage, you see like a garage door, and the shutters just go up like that. That's what happened in front of my eyes. To my eyes, it was just like a line. I seen a line, and it moved up, and the words, it says, Babylon has fallen. Babylon the Great has fallen. And this was in 2010. So what are these people are doing right now? I do not know. But that is what happened. And it was a lot of things were going on around that time as well. I think there was a coalition, where is it the Conservatives and Labour or Liberal, whatever, joined forces, and it was just, because they knew that Babylon had fallen. So whatever's been going on since then, right, with all this, I don't understand, like, how people cannot see. But the signs of the times, Spirit made them pretty clear. It says 1 year, because there were rumours around this time as well that it was going to be the end of the world, or it was the end of the Mayan calendar, and it says there will be rumours 1 year, and then the next year there'll be rumours again. It says, but the time is not yet, but no, the time is near. And it says when you're going to know that the time is ripe, when the hour has come, It said, these signs will be clear. It says, it's talking about Jerusalem. It says, when that abomination is put in place, and when that whole place is surrounded on all sides, you will know that the time has come. Now, to me, the only thing that I can see that is in there is the embassy, the American embassy. Now, is that because I thought it was a statue or something like that? But then I thought, yeah, why would an American embassy be in Jerusalem? Why? That, that doesn't make, why? Yeah, why? So I think that's very possible that is the abomination that is being erected in that place. That's what it says. And that's what Spirit taught me. And it also says that there'll be signs and like in the skies. And with the amount of things that people have been seeing in the sky is unreal. All these supermoons, all these, unidentified flying aircraft subjects or whatever they are, people think, oh, they're aliens. No, I think we're the aliens. But, I feel like there's definitely something, a bigger picture going on. And I feel like this government they know something. But, it also says, the Most High says, if I did not bring that day forward, there would be nobody left. So, and we are, there's people here right now that will be walking through it. It says, whoever endures until the end shall be saved. But they are trying to get rid of us. that is the truth. Poisoning our water, our food, the air, our minds. They don't want us. They don't want people to wake up, but it's too late because we already woke. We already woke up. I know there's a lot of false woke people saying, oh, I'm woke and I'm this. No, you actually really need to go deep down into your soul and connect with the Most High, with Spirit. I feel like this Spirit is reaching directly out to somebody, some kind of warrior, some kind of sun child. And I feel like it's calling judgment here on this Ten of Wands. And I'm going to read judgment. I feel like Spirit says, read judgment. Read the judgment. Because it was the first card that I've seen and it's just showed itself to me again. The call to awakening. From your birth to your death, you are caged in worldly trappings, weighted down by the world. You are lead, ugly metal for everyday use, touched only briefly by the light. But you may have glimpsed the light in the shadows of your tomb. Crawl towards it and put yourself through the alchemical process that transmutes lead into gold. You are rock-born, coming from the dust of the earth, but you need not return to dust at the end of your days if you but strive towards the light. One day you will hear my call of awakening and resurrection. Cast off your chains and let go of fear. Moving from darkness into light, you will stretch your arms to the heavens and cry out that you are free. And the tears that fall down your cheeks will take fear with them. In the beginning, the earth was without form and void, and darkness was over the face of the deep. And the angel hovered over the face of the waters and said, let there be light. And there was light. This is only the beginning, not the end. Thank you, Spirit. This is what I'm saying. This is a world without end. They want us to believe it's the end of the world. And it's like, no. Even Bob Marley goes, they think it's the end. That is just the beginning. Hearing a call to purpose, rebirth, the phoenix rising from its ashes, freeing yourself of what holds you back, leaving behind the past, the dawn of a new era in your life, understanding a spiritual calling, awakening and freedom from suffering. So this is a call. This, somebody could be trapped, and it could be because of the people around you. You could be carrying somebody else's heavy burdens, and this is a call to release yourself. You are a son child. You are a gift. I feel like there's somebody, it's not just one person. It could be a lot. But I feel like you are a gift. Yeah, look, we've got a 10 of cups here. It could even be family. It's come out so many times, like people feel obliged a lot of the time, because I've been there myself, feel obliged to be doing things for other people. But this is spirit calling to somebody. Now's the time to rise up. Now's the time to free yourself. Now is the time to be the phoenix rising. Rise up. Be counted. That is what I feel. I really do. And I feel like this is why Spirit called me to do this reading and use this deck. Because they think it's the end, but it's just the beginning. See, they want us to live in fear. They want us to be living in fear. They want us trapped in our homes, stuck in front of a box, ordering everything online. They don't want you to leave your home. They don't want you to connect to nature. They don't want none of it. They don't want anybody to wake up, but it's too late. They cannot stop it. They can't stop it. This King of Wands has came out. So the King of Wands is here. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. That's me. The centre of the sun. The strongest desires burn with most heat. The strongest of wills burn brightest. And heat always rises. I am the height of my very self, the pinnacle of everything that is possible, the achievement of all things. I am everything that I ever wanted to be and more, and I am master of all. The four worlds are at my fingertips. You hear that? The four worlds are at my fingertips. All skills are in my knowledge. I have seen the world and I have heard all its songs, met all its people, loved fiercely and deeply, and ventured beyond the limits of my perception. There is nothing I cannot do, nothing I do not want to do. I live on it. I thrive on it. I am God incarnate, seated upon a sunlit throne, the centre of the universe. I burn as brightly as the midday sun. Once you have beheld me, you will never forget me. You see, there's something here. This is somebody waking up to the goddess of them in themselves. I was thinking about doing a goddess reading as well, but it's so strange because it's like everything happens for a reason. Like yesterday, I follow this guy, and he's bought a ghost town, like a mining town. I forgot his name, but anyway, yesterday he was collecting all this rock, yeah, and what he did was, I think he collected about £200 of this rock, and he melted it all down, and he actually got silver. He broke it all into pieces, he melted it down, and then eventually he ended up with like 4 ounces of silver. And he said, I know it's not much, but it is really, you know what I mean? It's about £100 an ounce, I think, silver. But he made a silver knife. And it was beautiful, like to think what you can get. You might think that it's like yourself as well. It's like, you see yourself as this rock. And, but when it's melted down, when you get rid of all the debris in the center of it, it was pure silver, And it just made me think, I feel like this is us, like we have to break apart and get rid of all the debris within ourselves, yeah, and know that at the center of us, we're just pure spirit. The themes and concepts, the strongest, most passionate desires need to consume experience, mastery of everything, a charismatic leader, shining confidence, being the center of the universe, egocentricity, the master of the self, a selfish, outgoing person who must be the center of attention or a pinnacle of achievement. So you could take that either way, but you know, this can represent the ego, but I feel like the center of the sun, the center of the earth, this earth, I feel like this earth is the center of the universe. Now people can have their own ideas and ideologies or whatever, but I believe this earth, I know this earth is stationary. I wouldn't say it's flat because the highest mountain is so many thousand feet and the deepest valley and the deepest oceans are thousands of feet deep. So if you see that, there's no flat. You know, it's very uneven. But I feel like it's stationary. Everything moves around us, you know, and so and I feel sorry for a lot of flat earthers because they get the mickey taken out of them. But if you look into all you know ancient history, there's no globe. It does not exist. And these days now, it's everywhere. You don't become aware of it until you're aware of it, you know, and then you realise it's just been, but we just get bombarded with it all the time. And space, it's just bombarded with it, you know. NASA, not a space agency. I just seen Judgment again. So, but yeah, I feel like there's somebody awakening here, somebody standing up in the truth, somebody shining their light. I feel like this is a calling for this Phoenix rising. We've got a Six of Pentacles. A Six of Pentacles is, you know, things being balanced. Things will always be balanced out. Six of Pentacles. The success of the philanthropist. There is a careful balance in the world of men that must be held by those who know how. It is not a balance of equality, for no man is created equally, nor does he live equally, but rather a balance of giving where it is needed, receiving when it is given, and allowing one's resources and skills to flow where they are most needed. Money is created through exchange and is a means to an end. It is exchange for means to endeavours and adventures. I hear you are a seeker of such ventures, and that you wish to seek aid for your future plans. Do not be ashamed in the asking. Such great things are rarely funded by one person alone. It is my privilege to offer you, through my philanthropy, as a means to an end. Ask, and you shall receive. So I feel like somebody has an idea here. And I feel like this is like, you know, the most I say, and you know, you're going to get it, but you have to ask. You can't just expect things to fall in your lap. You know, I asked for help for my dog's operation and I got it. And she got her operation, you know. And I feel like, yeah, I feel like it is ask and you shall receive. Knock and the door shall be opened. Flow of resources, exchange of skill, time or energy for resources, asking for aid and receiving it, humanitarian causes, compassion acted upon through aid, charity work, ask and you shall receive, rewards, philanthropy, using resources to benefit others, and harmony in daily life. So I feel like this could be about a philanthropist, you know, a philanthropist. Am I saying it right? It doesn't sound, just not rolling off the tongue. But yeah, I feel like this could be somebody who has got a really great idea that is for the betterment of other people. You know, I have my own ideas. There's things that I've got dreams, and you know, it says not tell everyone because. But you never, you know, I might even start up a GoFundMe. You never know, you know, because I would buy land and I would have people come and live on that land and help, you know, and I want animals and I want to help people, you know, and give people a chance as well, you know, just to be able to free themselves from this rat race and just to be able to live free in society. But yes, ask and you shall receive. Heavenly Spirit, Heavenly Angels. What more messages do we have for the collective? A Princess of Swords and a King of Swords. Now that, look, I feel like this is a Princess of Swords maybe asking this person. I don't know. You know, she's looking at him. They both came out together. But we will see. It says the... I was just going to read the prince instead of the princess. The princess, the fixing of new ideas. Your mind is a tool to be used to solve the puzzles of the world and learn how to take it apart and piece it back together. It is the means by which you come to understand the clock workings of the universe. And when you know those, you can begin to invent new parts of it. Do not be afraid to be an inventor and architect of your own life, and do not fear rebellious thought. Let it not be bound in a prison of preconception and acceptance, but rather let it fly free, and dare to think independently and establish for yourself the rules and parameters of your life. Foundations of thought are two-edged like the sword. They can support and hold you up, yet they can bind and hold you down. Know how to discern the difference and you will truly be a free thinker. Themes and concepts. A genius, an inventor, someone who enjoys analysis, the beginnings of an intellectual pursuit, freedom of thought, rebellious thought, a free thinker, fixing new ideas in reality, freedom from preconception or unquestioned ideas. Yes, I feel like this is kind of the awakening as well. It's like, yes, standing up as well in your own power. You know, I feel like I feel like there's speaking to some kind of genius here. The King of Swords is a strategy in action. You do not have to like me. I am not here to be your friend or your confidant. I care little for your petty concerns and worries. They are minor trifles in the face of the bigger picture, and I see that picture in its entirety. Before me is the world, a great puzzle to be solved, a machine that must be kept working and powered by new discoveries. Behind me is a carefully constructed strategic plan, and every single action, no matter how small, no matter how detailed, has been intentional and directional towards my goal. Be a part of my plan, share my vision, understand my logic, and you may be of use to me and I to you. Stand in the way of my strategy, and I shall not hesitate to exert all of my strength of will to cut you from my world. As I said, you do not have to like me, but I do know best. Now, I feel like this is someone who's really standing in the power. It's like, it's kind of a bit like, you know, it's like a bit like, it's my way, the highway. So I feel like this is someone who knows their shit. Someone who knows. Someone who can see the bigger picture. You know, a kind of a leader even. Themes and concepts, a master strategy or tactic, a strategist, somebody who plans ahead, being in control. Logic is paramount. A cold, harsh person, a lawyer or a judge putting plans into action, solving a puzzle, cutting through confusion with clear sight. So yes, this could be, I'm feeling this is an awakening of someone or somebody realizing that there's something that they knew all along, that just standing in their power now. Yeah, I really do feel it, standing in their power. You know, we've got yeah, because we have the Princess of Wands, the King of Wands. We've got the Princess of Swords, the King of Swords. They're both directly here. You know, I feel like this is someone who's, yeah, I just split it on the Hermit. This is taking a deeper look with the Hermit. Someone who's really going within, you know. And I feel like, you know, we all talk about meditation, but a lot of people not meditating right. We don't meditate correctly. You meditate the way that the world teaches you, but that's not the way. Now, I shared something the other day about the Master of Earth. Now, he's not been online for like 9 years, but his teachings, wow. It's funny, like all these teachers, that have got the most knowledge are just no longer there, but the works are still there, you know? So if you look up the Master of Earth, the teachings that he gives are unreal, unbelievable, and it can help with the awakening as well and realization of probably what you already knew. It's always, everything's within us. It's not outside. Heavenly Spirit. Oh, the Chariot with the Seven of Pentacles. This is going forward here with the Seven of Pentacles. The Chariot and the Seven of Pentacles. This is, the planting of the seeds. This is a forward, moving forward now. I feel like this could be, this is the year. This is the year that was. Honestly, this year will definitely be going down in history. I think it already is. It is. This is the year that was. And I was doing a reading the other day, and it was saying like getting prepared, and I'll keep saying, I need to get prepared because I have just have a go bag, and that's not to put fear in anyone, but it's just having common sense. We don't know. We're on the brink of societal collapse. We are, and because this government, nobody's got no faith in it anymore. Especially when that I don't know who she was, this Muslim, somebody in the Labour thing is saying, oh, everybody should go dump the dogs because Muslims don't like dogs. Are you actually having my life? Dump dogs, dump religion. That's what we should do. Get rid of religion, because religion has caused more wars and more segregation than anything in this world. Yes, it has. And I do talk about the Most High, and I do talk about the Bible, but I am not religious. I cannot, I've been in them churches. I have been around the people, and they're the most egotistical, I can't even go there. Even Heavenly Spirit, the Most High said to me, do what they do, but do not become like them. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we can do what they do. We can praise God. We can praise the Most High, but don't become like these people that are so self-righteous. Oh, I'm a Christian. I'm a Muslim. Therefore, I am better than you. No, bollocks. No, honestly. I'm glad I found out the way that I did, and it wasn't through what anybody else taught me. It was, self-taught by the Most High, and an experience as well. This is the soul extended in action with the Chariot. The soul is a chariot, drawn by horses and driven by a charioteer. Those that know the nature of the soul know that it is not a still, silent creature, but rather a whirling force of fire, extending outwards in action, carried forth into the world by intention, the body, speech, and reason. The soul is like the questing arrow, searching the wild world for challenge, questions, and answers. I am your soul, brave quester. I am the force of your soul, your faculty of reason and control. All of these things must be yoked to the urges of the soul so that victory can be attained. There is a long path stretching before you, and without these allies to pull you onwards, you would fail. You will not give up because you cannot. The quest is there, and though you close your eyes and turn away, the chariot of your soul will still be drawn forwards, but the reins will be held too loosely in your hands, and the momentum of your unruly steeds will drag you in ignorance to catastrophe. Dare to take the reins of your soul. Have the courage and strength of arm to exert your control and will upon yourself, and ride forth into the world assured of victory. Isn't that good? Yeah, it's like if you don't get to take control of yourself, somebody else will. The themes and concepts: gaining momentum and speed, swift, assured victory, facing a situation head on, progress, movement of all kinds, exerting control, prolonged bursts of activity, intention carried forward as action, controlling the lower self, the quest and journey, and moving towards a clear goal. So I feel like this is somebody who's taking the reins, taken the reins of their own life. And I'd opened it exactly on the Seven of Pentacles, the waiting game. Oh, so somebody may have been doing the waiting game. What can be more wonderful than finding yourself immersed in the diligent tending of your crops and plants, paying attention to all their needs and stages of growth, and watching as they sprout from seed to bud to flower to fruit? Are we not privileged if we can witness the growth of our lives from start to finish, every step of the way? Pay close attention then, because the real beauty is in the detail. The results may be a long time in coming, but how sweet they are then. Do not spend your precious time bemoaning the lack of immediate result. Be certain in the virtue and quality of your labour. Be patient and tread carefully. More haste, less speed, friend. It is not a race to the finish line. The themes and concepts: patience, slow progress, watching things grow, delayed results, paying attention to detail, diligence and hard work. More haste means less speed, awaiting an end result, tending to your daily life, waiting. So yeah, I feel like this is like the waiting game. I feel like somebody has been playing the waiting game, or it's like you may know things deep within and you're playing the long game. I don't know why, but I work smarter, not harder. That is a true saying. I think there was, I don't know if it's in the Bible, but there was a story. I don't know if it's a Bible story or not. I'm not 100%, so don't quote me on that. But I have heard this story. And there was two men, and they both got assigned work, yeah, to do this job of moving all this wood. I don't know if it was wood, whatever. I think it was like piles of wood, and they needed to get this wood moved to another place. So one guy, he started picking up all this wood, but the other guy sat there. And each time a person passed, he said, "Excuse me," he said, "would you just take a piece of that wood there and just put it over there for me?" So they did. And he kept doing it all day. And eventually, all his wood were gone. His pile of wood didn't even lift a finger. But the other guy, he was sweating. He'd done all the work. And then the boss came at the end of the day and he goes, "Right, here's your wage." And he went, "He hadn't done nothing all day." And he went, "What do you mean he hadn't done nothing?" He said, all the work's done." He said, "Yeah, but he hadn't lifted a finger." He said, "Yeah, but the work's done. He's going to get paid because the work that I asked him to do has been done." This must have some kind of relevance, because why would he? Because I'd be saying it now, So yeah, I feel like it's a work smarter, not harder, because that guy who got paid for doing all that hard work begrudged the other guy because he used his brain. The work still got done, but he didn't have to lift a finger. He just asked for help. This could be it. This could be the concept of the reading and the waiting game. I just split it on a Two of Cups and an Eight of Swords here. Oh, Spirit. And I'm seeing an Ace of Cups. A Two of Cups, Eight of Swords, that's a mental entrapment. Somebody could be trapped in a relationship, but Ace of Cups is freeing yourself from that. Self-love. Loving yourself enough to realise that you don't have to be like that. It doesn't have to be that way. I feel like somebody could be playing the waiting game as well. It could even be somebody who is in a relationship and they're waiting for the right moment to free themselves. It's like, I don't know why I'm getting like, not a submissive, but a passive spirit. Someone who doesn't really, not that outspoken, keeps everything, the cards close to the chest here, playing this waiting game. But I feel like there's some kind of very powerful energy, sun child, warrior. Yeah, there's something, a Seven of Swords here, and I feel, usually a Seven of Swords would be like a sneaky, but there's something like, excuse me, confirmation. A Seven of Swords is doing something. It's the cunning of the shadows. A thief I may be, but criminal I am not. Didn't you know that humankind has a debt of life owed to the man that stole fire from the gods? and that once upon a time a spider was tricked into pouring wisdom all over the earth. And what of the soul that descended to the underworld and tricked her way through the gates of hell with sweet oat and honey cakes and 2 gold coins? Or the cunning of serpent in the tree that gave us the fruit of knowledge? You would be wise to avoid such black and white thinking, honourable one. Deception is not always how it first appears. Are there not circumstances in which you would do the same? What would be your price? Everybody has their price. Oh, this is the themes and concepts. It says stealth and deception, manipulation and politics, discarding honour in necessity, thievery and betrayal, acting in the shadows, being dishonest, exposing dishonesty in others, cunning and guile, using tricks to get answers. So I'm thinking that, yeah, this is somebody being very clever here. Somebody using their tactics. Do you know what I mean? Like, you could be exposing some kind of dishonesty in others, and I feel it could be something to do with the 8 of Swords and the two of Cups. Using tricks to get answers. I feel like you could be that kind of person that asks certain questions to get, you know what I mean, to get answers, the answers that are needed at the time. You know, I don't feel like this is somebody who's dishonest. We've got a Queen of Pentacles, very solid energy. Could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Doesn't have to be. But a Queen of Pentacles, yeah, she will know her shit. She will know her shit. And seeing this energy around as well, like, I've, yeah, I feel I feel like somebody could have tricked their way into somebody's life, you know, with sweet words, but really, they were being deceptive. I don't know why as well, but when I woke up this morning, I seen a red flag. So there could be somebody could be a walking red flag here. We've got a 2 of Pentacles and we've got a Tower here. Oh, a 2 of Pentacles. I've seen the Hierophant and the 3 of Swords right behind it. Learning the dance of change. When the weight of the world is first gifted to you, you will discover that the earth beneath you is not solid. What you thought was rock is instead shifting shingle. What you thought was fertile earth is quicksand. Let yourself fall into the lie of certainty, believing yourself capable of holding on to everything forever, and you will soon discover your failure. The tree that bends in the wind does not break. I invite you, student of the world, to join me in the dance of change. It is a simple 2-step, and it is nothing more than a gentle shift of weight, a tilting of the hands. Sometimes it feels like being borne upon the waves, up and down over the rolling sea. And when you find yourself on dry land once more, upon immovable rock, your legs will protest and wish they were once again back upon the shifting, changing world ocean, doing the dance of change. Change is the only certainty. Learning to adapt to a situation, being flexible, juggling responsibilities, learning that you cannot hold on to things forever, becoming a student of life, changing perspective, embracing a new lifestyle, knowing the daily ups and downs of life. So yeah, this is about a change, and I feel like, you know, sometimes you can be very comfortable in a situation. Yeah, I'm seeing a 9 of Swords, anxiety, something kind of anxiety here. Yeah, sometimes, you know, to change something, somebody could be, say for instance, it could be in an unstable relationship. You know, that is not a good thing. I mean, this person could even be a thief. I don't know. You could be exposing someone. But I feel like this is not you. I feel like you have been placed in probably somebody's life for a reason. And even though you're scared of to go forth, That Spirit's like, you know, you need to do it. You may feel a bit wobbly at first, but in the end, you're going to get there. Sheba acting like she wanted to go out, but she didn't even go out. Heavenly Spirit, Heavenly Angels, what else do you want the collective to know right now regarding this situation? Heavenly Spirit, Heavenly Angels. I just seen the Four of Cups, you know. But I seen the Ace of Cups, the Four of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. And also a Two of Swords came out. I seen a Four of Cups, so it's like a Four of Cups is the closed doors of the art. The human heart is filled with immense depth. It has the capacity to love and seek joy, laugh and celebrate, hate and seek anger. It thrives on strong emotions, and it is such emotions that define our lives. When we lose the opportunity or ability to feel those things, the art begins to stagnate, and when it does so, it closes all doors to any further possibility of love or joy. It does so to stop further hurt from entering in. Maybe it thinks it cannot survive one more blow like this, and from there is nothing. Here, every failure, every moment of rejection, every death of your dreams or vision, every ending of love can be dwelt upon and recreated over and over again. There you find yourself drawn into the depths of what you don't have, and you do not see the joy of life around you or the golden opportunity that is banging at the closed doors of your heart. Themes and concepts. Past hurts lead into denial, despondency and disappointment, missed opportunities due to dwelling on sadness or the past, being closed to love, emotional stagnation, feelings of boredom, feeling like you have been dealt a bad hand. But with the Ace of Cups, there's hope here. It's the soul receiving love. Yeah, somebody could be in this energy. You know, I feel like like we've all been there, you know, where we're in this position where, you know, something can have happened to us and it's like, oh, woe is me. Oh, I'm the only person that feels like this. No, we all have to go through the ups and downs of life. But I feel like somebody could be dwelling on something here and Spirit's like, the Ace of Cups is here. The soul receiving love. From the limitless light of the heavens, I open myself completely to receive the light of the divine. I am the vessel for the soul and the soul itself, and I am the continual flow that allows the cup of the soul to be always full and always empty and simultaneously. I am the cup that runneth over with joy and bliss, as the divine light fills me completely. Yet you cannot fill a cup that is already full, and so I am in a constant state of receptivity and emptiness. Themes and concepts: being open to love, receiving the light of the divine, being filled with love and joy. You cannot fill a cup that is already full. Receptivity to allow for fullness, letting go and surrendering to joy, bliss and ecstasy. The touch of the divine, peace being channeled into the world, being so full of love that you cannot contain it, and compassion for the world. Yes, this love is within, you know, it's not without. You don't have to go seek love anywhere. Nobody can come and give you the love that the Most High can give you, that the love of the divine is so precious and so pure and so, it's without like chains, you know, it's just, there's nothing bound to it. Two of Swords. Now this is an extra card, right? This obviously came out for a reason, the Two of Swords. The fulcrum of the mind. Come to find me on the shores of the world and all the in-between places of life. Meet me at the crossroads of every possibility and at the turning point of every tide. Find me between paradoxes and at the birth of paradox. Excuse me. Confirmation. For I am that which occurs in between change, the state between change states. When your mind conceives of the idea, I am the intake of breath and the pause before you speak it. When you entertain a choice, I am the moment of stillness before the decision. Themes and concepts. Pause before decision making. Being at the crossroads, fear of a decision. Change being imminent. The balance between two options. Being in two minds. Choice percentage. Change is the only constant. Weighing up of your options. Paradox. Stillness during changing states. So I feel like this could be somebody who is maybe in two minds. You know, you could be in two minds. And I've just seen the King of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, and we do have the Tower here. You know, there's a really powerful, strong message here for someone who probably needs it. Definitely. I don't know why Spirit just made me go to this deck. But there's got to be a reason. And there's going to be a message. See the humour. I like these dogs doing the tarot cards. Levity, perspective, wisdom, and playful. See the humour. This is number 33, a massive number. Yeah, sometimes you've got to laugh or else you'd cry. Be the real you. Freedom, authenticity, uniqueness, and courage. Yeah, I feel like this is a call for somebody to be the real you now. You know, just standing up in your power. Phoenix rising, all this warrior energy, you know, doing what it is, standing up for yourself, doing what it is that you need to do. You know, you could be exposing somebody. It says angels are watching over you. You are supported, protected, loved, and encouraged. I feel like you've got guardian angels here. And you will realise that, you know, if you've been through a lot of tragedy, pain, trauma in your life, but yet you're still there, standing. I'm still standing, better than I ever did, feeling like a true survivor. Yeah, that song. I'm still Sheba, stop pestering Nana. We've got a wise decision here. A wise decision. Oh, look, and we've got this Sandalphon turquoise. It's saying pain, answers, charity, questions, loss, healing, chaos, forgiveness, greed, abundance, peace, betrayal, lack. But we've got something here, a wise decision. It says accurate, brilliant, organised, validated. Validated. A wise decision is needed here. Sheba, just go out then. If you want to go out of the room, go out of the room. Twice I've gone to let her outside and she will not go out. The angels are saying, yes, this is a brilliant choice. So that Two of Swords is something who's in two minds. I feel like Spirit is saying, yes, this is a brilliant choice. You've listened to your heart, your intuition, and the message from the angels and spirit guides. You're not fooling yourself. This is really the direction that you should follow. A lack of certainty or confidence is not a no. You're allowed to be a work in progress, but still move forward. Don't let fear or insecurity hold you back. You've got this. And if this next step is a bit outside of your comfort zone, just know that the angels believe it's for your highest good and growth. Take a risk and get excited. Get organised, check the details, and proceed. It says the colour activation is white and black. The colour white is providing clarity and perspective. It's a nod of assurance from the divine. The colour black is grounding you into your reality and affirming you're heading in the right direction. So, yeah, I feel like this is somebody, you know, who is playing the waiting game. And I just split it on Raphael. It says love, travel, humour and vitality. So, yeah, I feel like you need to find the humour back. Bring the humour back into your life. You know, laugh it off. Once you, even if you just, you know, if you're feeling sad and you just smile, it releases endorphins because it tricks your brain into thinking you're happy. So it just smile. Just smile, smile, smile. But is worrying. What song that is? What? Smile, smile, smile. The spirit relationships here. Intuition, connection, signs, and inspiration. See how our third eye is glowing. You can see with your eyes shut. Spirit relationships. This is number 38. When this card appears to you right side up, all forms of spirit communication are present at this time. That may include connections to the angels, mediumship, channeling messages from spirit guides, or simply a powerful connection to your inner divine self. You're being encouraged to pay close attention to signs from the other side. You may also be called to study coursework or developing your intuition and divine guidance. There is most likely an excitement to deepen your connections to the spirit world, and it's an opportune time to explore that. Colour activation, green and purple. The colour green is amplifying all forms of communication, and it will strengthen signs, messages, and your intuition. Purple energy is your channel to universal energy and your spiritual team. And we've got peace, connected, journey, balanced, clearing. Yeah, it says don't compromise here. There's boundaries, assertiveness, courage, and unwavering. So, yeah, I feel that spirit doesn't want you to compromise your peace. Don't compromise it for anybody or anything. Why should you? You know, life is short. We've got to live it. You know, and I feel like this is someone who is actually breaking free from what, you know, something that you could be bound to. There's, you know, getting out of an Eight of Swords energy. I'm going to see what a spirit message we have here. Vulnerability. It says, this is confirmation that you're seeking to tread into the unknown, unfamiliar territory, where decisions are based more on intuition than rationality. Don't let fear hold you back or allow a misguided sense that feeling vulnerable is somehow a negative condition. Yeah, I feel like sometimes you can feel vulnerable, especially if you're leaving people, places and things behind. You know, it does leave you vulnerable, but it's a good place to be a lot of the times. It's not a negative thing. I've got strength here. It says strength comes from many sources. Staying strong brings confidence, conviction, and a balanced body, mind, and soul. Spirit has its own unique and beautiful way of replenishing your soul with strength on a continual basis. You're never really alone, as we're always with you. Heavenly Spirit, Heavenly Angels, what do you want the collective to know right now? What message do we have for the collective, Spirit? Thank you. We love you. Strength. It just came out, but it's like, I already showed you. Strength. I feel like somebody has the strength. Somebody don't really, you never know how strong you are until you've got no other choice. But sometimes being vulnerable is a good thing, you know, reaching out. Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place if you can. Light. Imagine yourself as a being composed of energy and light. because in reality, that's precisely what you are. You are a powerful being, and people are attracted to your brilliance. This is a time to remember how vibrant you truly are. Someone needs to remember that you are a light. You are a child of the sun child. Oh my word, what did I just say? Reach out. Reach out and touch. We know you're reaching out right now for help due to a current situation. Support is as much about the physical act of accepting help where offered as it is about the emotional benefits and learning that it's truly okay to accept support, however it's presented to you. So I feel like, this reading is about asking for help. Ask and you shall receive. It's something that somebody needs to ask for. Stop being quiet. Stop being, complacent. I just seen a mother's love, but it was upside down. So maybe you might not have had a mother's love, a bit like me. It doesn't matter. I have the love of the Most High. Gratitude, and I love me as well. I love me. Life is one big continuous circle of giving and receiving energy. Be thankful for who and what is in your life. Instead of complaining about what you don't have, if you focus on gratitude, you'll start to attract prosperity and abundance. Yeah, when people's like, they're always talking about money and what they don't have and what this, and rather than thinking about what they do have, I feel like when people really, concentrate on what they do have, you will, it's that gratitude energy. Blessings of innocence and purity. God blesses those whose hearts are pure, for they will see God. Matthew 5:8. I feel like somebody who's got a pure heart here. It says, go with the flow and let things happen. Go with the flow. Go with the flow, If you're in two minds about something, but it's like you could listen to your intuition. It's time to rise. Sun child, Heavenly Spirit, Heavenly Angels. What messages do we have for the collective spirit? I knew this was going to be an important reading for someone. I get a good feeling of it, like I get a good vibe. It says, cheer up, live in the moment. Yeah, someone needs to cheer up. Cheer up, like I told you, smile. It says, smile and the world smiles with you. Cry and you cry alone. With God, all things are possible. If you have had faith as small as a mustard seed, you could say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it would move. Matthew 7:20. Because you gotta have faith. Oh, look. Blessings of innocence and purity came out. All them cards. God blesses those whose hearts are pure, for they will see God. Spirit once said to me as well, yeah, he said, oh, I'm getting legends here. Learn from those who inspire you. Oh, Marley, the legend. What's the matter? Come on, get up. You just want to get on my seat. And we've got imagination here. Envision a new reality. Give yourself permission to dream and believe in undoubted possibilities. Yeah, making the best choices here. Choices, so there's a choice. Somebody's in two minds. Should I stay or should I go? Should I stay or should I go? I feel like Spirit saying, go. Go. But you could be playing the waiting game, for the right moment, But I feel like this is somebody breaking free. It could be from just that, changing their own mind. It could be a relationship. It could be a family. It could be anything. There's somebody this reading is for who's in two minds at this moment about, should I stay or should I go? And I feel like Spirit's like, yeah, Go, be vulnerable. Don't worry, we've got you. Just ask for help. Ask and you shall receive. Knock and the door shall be opened. Now this card is not even meant to be in here, but it's here. It's from another deck. It says, pulse of the mother earth pulsing. Slow down, time in nature. Yeah, I need some time in nature as well. We've got friendship here. It says, seek out your soul family. Surround yourself with positive people and spend more time socialising. Are you talking to me? I socialise with my dogs. They're my best friends. They're my soul family. I loved it. You know, when I wake up and I've got Sheba on one side and Mimi on the other, I feel so blessed. No, I really do. I think, how lucky am I? How lucky am I to have these beautiful little creatures? We've got patience is its own reward. You crown the year with a bountiful harvest. Even the hard pathways overflow with abundance. Psalm 65:11. Now, the Psalms and the Proverbs taught me a lot. They teach you about body language. They teach you how to be a good person. You know, people can knock the Bible, but it changed my life for the better. It changed me into a better person. You know, I was brought up in a household that was racist. But Bob Marley taught me at age 13 that, you know, we are all the same. One love. I'll never forget, because I had that single. This guy bought it for me. This guy's dead now, bless him. But this guy, he bought me this single, Bob Marley, One Love. I wish I still had it. It'd probably worth a fortune. But anyway, I played it. I was in this kids' home, Park Road home, where I grew up, and I remember going back to that home and playing that record on the big like radiogram thing. It was like a wooden thing, you know, legs, and it had a record player in the middle, and I put it on, and we were all dancing to it. And I looked around, there was black kids, like even Chinese kids and that. We were all different races, and we were all dancing to Bob Marley, One Love. That is a memory I'll cherish forever. We've got compassion here. Be gentle with yourself. Forgiveness will set you free. See the light in yourself and others. I see the light. Yeah, someone needs to see the light within them. So, you know, I feel like you could be surrounded by darkness, or you could be surrounded by somebody who is dark, who's probably a thief even. You might not, you know, I feel like you've got integrity here. There's some kind of integrity. Somebody. Yeah, we've got a battle of the blues here, taking steps towards a change. So somebody could have been in an energy where it's been like, even could have been depressed. We've got miracles. Have faith that your miracle is on its way. Your prayers have been answered, and surrender the how. I believe in miracles. I believe in miracles. Yeah, I was going to say something before that. Actually, I don't know if I said it, but the Most High said to me that this was a very long time ago. I mean, like many, many years ago. Says my good deeds have already reached heaven. And you know, it didn't mean to say that I stopped doing good deeds. It just meant that I've already done that much good in life to other people, that, you know, Spirit let me know that my good deeds have already reached to heaven. And because all my life I've been a good person, all my life I've helped others. You know, there's people out there that can probably try and badmouth me for what? For not doing something that they wanted me to do, or saying no when they wanted me to say yes. I've always done good. I have always been a helper. Well, I probably was a people pleaser, but no, I don't mind helping. I'll give, you know, the amount I've give, I'm not counting, but God is. I don't count. Up. Stay positive. The worst is behind you. Look up to the light. The worst is behind you. The best is yet to come. And I feel like this is your calling to be, you know, it's saying God will lead the way. We've got unicorn here. It says invite serendipity. They were convinced by the power of miraculous signs and wonders and by the power of God's Spirit. I'm convinced. I 100% no. 100% no. Most High exists. 100%. God will show the way. I just seen Dragonfly live life to the fullest. Yeah, because we're not promised tomorrow, so we should make the most of today. I've just seen magic. Make a wish. Believe in miracles. Magic surrounds you. Told you. Miracles happen to those who believe. Celebration. Let go and have fun. Have some fun. Put some music on. Have a dance. You know, just put a comedy on. Have a good laugh. There's something that is going to change something here. Hopefully it might be this reading and it's going to trigger something in somebody and they're going to say, yeah, this is how I feel. This is how I feel. And now, yeah, it says, give peace a chance here. I am leaving you with a gift, peace of mind and heart, and the peace I give is a gift the world cannot give. John 14:27. Yeah, I feel like I have peace within me as well, you know, knowing that the Most High's got my back. You know, I'm still here, even though people have tried to take me out. It didn't happen. I'll never forget, you know, I see things before they come me. I see things, I see everything, you know, I'm so aware. Like the last time when they tried to poison me and it do black magic on me, it didn't work. But, like Spirit showed me, and then, you know, even my daughter thought I was crazy, and I was telling her everything that I was telling her was the truth, and now she believes me. She believes me now because you know. But at the time, it was probably hard for her to conceive. But now she's a lot more spiritual, and I feel like that she there's a reason why, you know, that I have knowledge and I am able to pass it on as well. We have action. Now is the perfect time to act. Take inspired action towards your dreams. Move forward with confidence. I feel like Spirit's like, again, now's the time to act. Now is the time. Goddess. Now I know I'm going to do a goddess reading because, you know, I feel like somebody's a goddessy and they're probably, you may know it, but you might have imposter syndrome. Goddess, growth here. Honor your divine feminine energy. See your inner beauty and love every part of you. Goddess, growth. Seek out a mentor or guide. Take baby steps as you grow. Be willing to learn from others. Goddess. I really feel like this is a goddess. I have to do a goddess reading. Yeah, maybe you might need to take a vacation, take time for relaxation and adventure. And it says here, pick your battles wise in the confrontation. I'd feel like not to confront. If you're going to leave someone, I wouldn't be confronting them. I would just go. Just, no, you know, no warning signs, no anything like that. Just leave. Now I need to, there was a deck that I really wanted to find, and I don't know where it is. I think it might be this one. And I don't know why. So, but there's obviously a reason. Is it this one? It's not even this one. But Spirit's saying, come undone. Come undone. Seeing in the dark. Come undone here. Yeah, there's somebody could be stuck in two minds. I feel like this is a pinnacle, a turning point. Yeah, reclaiming your center. This is a turning point. And I feel like when I do a goddess reading, this is going to be like a follow-on for this. You have the power to choose. It's within you. You have the power. You know, somebody could be stuck in a rut. And the Spirit's like, no, 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 not on my watch. Not on my watch. Perpetually becoming. And we've got yin yang here. Perpetually becoming. becoming you. You're perpetually becoming your own safe space, your own mama, your own power source, your own force. For goodness, sensual pleasure, the good stuff. Perpetually becoming by cycling through the ebb and flow of creation, through your dreams, your own creations, giving birth to yourself, to the world, to the cosmos, over and over again. Perpetually becoming by birthing primordial source power so that you have the strength and resources to rebirth and mother yourself from and out of the darkness. Affirm it. I am perpetually becoming more of myself. The wellness and self-help industry want to sell you cures and quick fixes. But this, perpetually becoming, it's the ultimate way in which we tend to and become more of who we're here to be. Only, well, it's not easy to package and it doesn't really sell. Sometimes, oftentimes, in fact, it's messy and it's definitely not linear. And yet we're forever becoming, perpetually becoming. It's a journey, a process, in and down, up and out, perpetually birthing more of who you already are. So I feel like this is somebody who's just becoming more of you. And we've got nourished to flourish here. And I feel like there's healthy eating as well, you know. And also I feel like not just what you're eating, it's what you're consuming, you know, in your mind, your body and your spirit. Anything else I'm in the spirit? Yeah, live your rhythm. Live your rhythm. We've got this coming undone again. So I feel like somebody living their rhythm. Dancing to the rhythm of your life. Do, 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 do. Live your rhythm. Right, I'm going to have to look in the index. Transmission. Recognize that you're connected to both Mama Earth and the cosmos, and you're the vessel that receives. When you remember and recognize that you have your feet firmly on Mama Earth in the present, and you have access to all that's been and all that's to come, you'll know that rushing, doing, reacting is not what's required right now. What's being called of you is to receive and respond to your rhythm. The world needs your creative pulse, rhythm, and response to be in collaboration with the cycles and the rhythms of the cosmos. Live your rhythm. Affirm it. I trust and sing and dance to the beat of my drum, my rhythm. It will rarely, if ever, serve you to go with someone else's flow. When you listen to and trust your own drum beat, the rhythm that's unique to you, you'll begin to realize that everything's unfolding exactly as it should. That's not to say you should sit back and let life happen to you, but when you trust your own rhythm, life becomes a collaboration. You know when to create, rest, nourish, and be in action, and trust that it may not be in sync with others. Your dance and your song, your magic and your medicine. So I feel like this is probably somebody who is probably living somebody else's life and not their own. That's what I kind of get. And now I want to find this deck and I can't see it. I don't know where it is. Oh, it's here. This is the one. I feel like there's a message here. So we will see. We will see. Oh, we've got emergence of true knowing here. Intuition, rigorous honesty, and inventory. She-bear. And we've got holding space for love here. Non-judgment, discernment, and self-acceptance. Now you've got to love yourself enough to know what serves you and what doesn't serve you. Heavenly Spirit, Heavenly Angels, what is the message that we have for the collective? Thank you. We love you. Oh, 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 oh. Letting go of stories. Surrendering attachments. Releasing unconscious patterns. Letting go of stories. Excuse me, it says focus on the brilliance, the sovereignty of magic. Yeah, people think of magic, oh, it's an illusion and that. But no, I feel like, you know, that we don't do magic. We are magic because we've got magic here as well. You know, I feel like it's finding your own magic within you. You don't need to do things to be magic. You just be magic. Letting go of stories. Key concepts. Surrendering attachments, the stories we tell about ourselves, who we could become without the stories, releasing unconscious patterns and freedom to change. It's an amazing feeling when you don't want anything because you know your needs will be met. You feel fulfilled and at peace with where you are in life. You love for the sake of loving. You create for the sake of creating. And you live for the share of it all. Joy, sorrow, light, dark, birth, death, order, mess, mystical, mundane. This is a life of true service, being present without conditions yet brimming with inspired creativity and extraordinary possibilities. This is the truth of a powerful, magical life, and the way here is in your sights. Be mindful now of the stories you tell about yourself and others. Make sure those stories embrace and have space for the true abundance the universe has for you. When you decide to finally let go of the stories of limitation, you may discover another path, even better than the one you've been holding on to. Can you let go of all your attachments, desires, and the most cherished dreams and let them be in the care of spirit? When you choose to do this without reservation, the magic will begin. Get ready. Get ready. So I really feel like this is about someday, yeah, focusing on the brilliance, you know, prioritizing here, preserving, you know, I feel like it's yourself. Yeah, the masks we wear, self-expression, protection, authentic self. Yeah, I feel like somebody could even wear a mask in front of other people because they don't want to show them the true self. You know, keeping it, playing the waiting game. But I feel like there's going to be an explosion here. I feel like somebody's going to come into their own. I really do. And I really feel like, let me just have a look at this little deck before I go, see if there's anything that Spirit wants you to know. Because I made this little deck myself and I've got another pack as well and I'm going to make more cards. Just some, I think they're actually stickers. Oh, one drop there and it says gifted. So I feel you are a spiritual being, very gifted. You know, you need to believe in yourself. We've got a guardian angel here. You have a guardian angel. Acknowledge them. Heavenly Spirit, Heavenly Angels. Magical. Gifted. Magical. Spiritual. Yes. Spirit. Yeah, I feel like this is for somebody. And gifted, it wants to come out. Spirit said, take it. Somebody's gifted. And it could be in many ways. It could be just get a gifted spirit, you know, just gifted. It could be, yes, got spiritual power here. There's a divine connection. I feel, oh, and we've got something meant to be. Something meant to be here. I just seen all the clairs, so you could be very clairvoyant, you know? You could have all the clairs. Earth Angel. We've got something in divine timing as well. Earth Angel, divine timing. I'm sure a card just fell. Oh. Unique. I feel like this is you. Very unique. Anything else, Heavenly Spirit? You know, I've got loads of handmade cards and I never use them. I should start using them. They're right in front of me in my drawer. Anything else, Heavenly Spirit? That was too many. I just seen Immortal Mystic. So yeah, very mystical. You know, like if you've got all this spiritual power and a spiritual being and you're very unique and very gifted, you know, you feel different. Like I felt different all my life. Like you always feel like you're on the outside looking in. And but I feel like this is someone stepping into that power and owning it. Just own it. Owning their self, owning your gifts, owning your uniqueness, being your authentic self. If some people don't like it, the ones that they'll fall away, you know. We've got a tarot reader. Yeah, we've got self-worth here. So you could be a tarot reader. A very unique tarot reader. Just be you. Got the mortal again, yeah, just be you. Because, yeah, everyone else is taken. I feel like, yes, you have a powerful energy here. You are a spiritual being, a powerful energy, spiritual being. You could be a tarot reader, or you might be. You know, that could be your calling. But, yeah, I might just actually pull some. I've got some cards. And I think I might need to. Oh, I'll just pull. I'm not going to pull one of my handmade ones. I'm going to pull one of these. And then I'm going to close the reading. Because I need to go sort my doggies out. I just seen these two cards, joy. Like a child, I discovered joy in the simplicity of life. Happiness lies in magical moments, not in the material. Even the smallest joy is a great source of light. Yeah, I think it's finding joy in the little things as well. You know, a lot of people don't. They expect it's got to be something big that makes them happy, but little things can make you happy. Like me, seeing the little birds in the garden and things like that, you know, it fills me with joy. You know, seeing the sun shine fills me with joy. Waking up beside my little dogs, well, Sheba's a big dog, but it fills me with joy. You know, unconditional love. My heart is free from resentment towards others. I open the eyes of my heart and discover the light and beauty in every being. I am aware that suffering can cause distress and hurt in people. I see the pure child in everyone and practice forgiveness. So yeah, even because hurt people hurt people. So if you've been around people that have tried to hurt you, it's because they're hurting themselves, and the Spirit's like, yeah, you can forgive them. Don't forget the bastard's name. Positive action here. Positive action. I focus on the beauty in me and I find silence. I live and honour the present by doing what I can do now. What I cannot change, I let go of and entrust to God. Acceptance. I accept every step that life presents me with without resistance. I try to find out what the universe is trying to teach me so that I can grow. Thus, I advance in freedom on the path of light. Harmony. I open myself to the divine being within me. I am the image of God. Thus, I have the power to bring light into my life. I turn any darkness in me into something beautiful. In the absence of resentment, anger, or doubt, I find harmony. And then we have action here. It says, my divine action incites love and harmony. I am aware of the thoughts and driven by positive forces. I listen to my heart. My desire to manifest light transforms tests into growth, challenge into opportunities, and fear into love. As perfect love casts out all fear. So that is your reading. And I feel like with this joy, I feel like finding joy in the little things, yeah. I'm getting ringing in my ears right now. that this is reading will resonate for somebody. I know it will, and hopefully the right person will find this reading and will rise up like the warrior, the sun child that you are. Anyway, I hope everyone has a super sunny Sunday. I love you all. Take care. God bless. And I will see you soon.